What is going on today, investors? The Creative Investor here. Now, we need to talk about why NIO is up 7% for the day and go over this article explaining that for you guys. This is very big news, just so you know. So if you guys like to be first to the content and like finance, this is the channel for you. So do me a favor, hit the like button and the subscribe for me at the end of this video if you guys get anything useful out of it. So without any further ado, we're going to jump right into it. Now we are over onto Webull and we are looking at NIO, and they are up 6.38%, and then after hours they're down 0.25%. So NIO has had an incredible day today. So we got to look at why this is, and I found this article which is the best reason I can explain for this. It says the Chinese EV maker NIO might be coming to America. Says the Chinese electric vehicle maker NIO is one of the hottest EV stocks traded on the US exchanges, but it doesn't sell any products in the US. That could change sooner than investors might expect. It says an entry to the market by a Chinese producer would be a game changer for the entire US car business. Unfortunately for the US companies now in the business, the prospect looks to be a very long way down the road. Deutsche Bank analyst Edison Yu tracked down an interesting NIO tidbit. He found a job posting on LinkedIn related to business planning for the US market. It says the post is now closed, but Yu says it was looking for someone to formulate an action plan to enter the US market. Sales in Europe will come before any entry into the US. NIO plans to sell cars on the continent there later this year. So, in quotes, there are already numerous job postings on LinkedIn for open positions based in Oslo, said the analyst. NIO's peer XPeng began selling cars in Norway in December. And I agree with that. I strongly agree with that because, look, China's EV market is the biggest, Europe's is the second biggest, and the third biggest is America. So if you're going to expand anywhere, it should be Europe first. So I expect to get an announcement of that very much sooner than an announcement into the US market. But there's bigger profit margins once you start expanding out of China, because a lot of things are cheaper in China. So let's say you made a factory in Europe or America, right? You could ship parts. I don't think it would be as economical to ship whole cars from China, which it might be, you never know, but to ship the parts or the battery swapping stations to get that over to the US cheaper, that's my idea of what NIO is thinking about as of this point, as far as expanding into Europe and America. So that would be a really good thing, and that is what I am watching out for. But it goes on to say eventually more car makers in the US would mean more difficult maintaining market share for existing players. More EVs in the US will put pressure on traditional automakers to transition to electric offerings faster. So the rest of this article just goes on to say about other EV companies and all that. It says Yu for this part rates NIO stock at a buy and has a target of $70 for the price, which I think is reasonable. But guys, my price target is a lot higher than $70. My 5-year price target is $1,000 a share. That would put NIO at a little bit more than Tesla's current market cap. So I think NIO will just do very well in China. It's such a big market compared to Tesla. If they can scale up, they'll easily hit this $1,000 price target as long as everything goes smoothly and they don't dilute the shares by a crazy amount. So into what NIO did today, they are up 6.38% and they are down 0.21% in after hours. So I'm just go over my position for anybody that might be new. I've spent almost $4,851 in NIO, currently at $6,312. Total return $1,460.62. I have 100.66 shares at $48. It's 21% of my portfolio, and I do have 100 shares now, so I sold this covered call at $65 the 26th, the January 26th. So I was thinking about rolling that over. If you guys know what that is, it's basically you just buy this one back and then sell a more expensive one to keep it going, so I don't have to sell my shares. So really not looking forward to that, but I might have to do it anyways. Last but certainly not least, we're going to do some technical analysis on NIO, and we can see they topped out at $66.99, and that was January 11th. So the stock is moving very fast, and then they bottomed out at $54.37 on February 1st. So like I said, the stock is moving fast, and even the last 3 days we have seen an unusual amount of buy volume coming in. And now once you get a stock moving, a stock that is this big, that is moving this much, you are getting institutional level investors. These are not retail investors moving the stock. Sure, they help, but this is not retail investors mainly moving the stock like other lower cap, lower float stocks are. So this is a lot of institutional buying, and this makes me really think that the earnings coming out on March 1st are going to be pretty good. I don't think we're going to get a major sell-off. I think worst comes to worst, I think the $60 mark is some incredible support right now. If we broke under the $60 mark, I think 55 is the lowest we're gonna go, around here, 56, 55. So if you're in under 55 bucks, or you're getting in now, I think it is a great time to own NIO. I think it's gonna be a bumpy road as far as scaling up and meeting demands as far as production, but you cannot go wrong owning this company. So, but if let's say they do break out past the $67 mark come earnings on March 1st, then I think it's a clear shot to 65, and I think our next major resistance level is going to be $70 to $75. That's where we're going to get some major resistance at. I can tell you guys that now. So, but on the RSI, we are in overbought territory, but we have been in overbought territory for pretty much all of today. Actually, we went into overbought territory February 9th, but we have been dabbling with that mark, and that really is a resistance level in itself. The last time it stayed in overbought territory was when it was $67 in January 11th and through the 28th. I do like what NIO is doing, trying to expand and outreach their business model. So that is really good stuff coming from NIO, but I just think there's too much early hype before earnings. So usually what I've been seeing, at least this earnings season, is companies will either run up into earnings and then sell off, or they will sell off and then run up into earnings. I'm yet to actually see that a company runs up into earnings and runs up after earnings. I just haven't seen it. So if you guys have and I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. I appreciate you guys being here. Once again, my 5-year price target is $1,000 for NIO, but my short-term price target in the next year is $100 per share. By December, by the end of 2021, I think NIO will be at least $100 a share. So if you guys like this kind of content, hit the like button and the subscribe for me. I greatly appreciate it, and until next time, guys, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.